Hey everyone, it's Army Gaming. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to Monster Legends. It's that time of the month again, one of my favorite times where we get to look at how the meta has changed, if it has even changed. Are there any up and coming monsters that are going to displace some of the old tier monsters? We're going to find out. So huge shout out to Monster Legends Competitive Wiki for putting this together. Link in the description below if you want to follow along. We are getting more and more powerful monsters. As of the time recording this video, the Season 5 monsters just got released, so I am really looking forward to looking at the PvP Corrupted Tournament 9 usage data or mid-season data. I want to see if monsters like Lord Nabotis are going to displace Karukage, so pay close attention to the monsters and where they're at now and where they're going to be during the mid-season data. So with that being said, let's start off by looking at the ratio of players who have pay-to-play corrupteds as opposed to none was 94-6. I imagine whenever SP releases like a way to get Panda and some of the other monsters where players can access like the Era Sagas and get Unrelenting Assault, especially if there's, because I imagine there's probably some newer players who just started spending money and maybe made it to the top 100. So I wonder if this will one day be like 100/0. So that'll be interesting. With that being said, let's go down. So as expected, Spec dominates. Now this is what I want everyone to pay attention. 61, all right? 61 total usage. How is this going to change with the introduction of these new powerful monsters, especially Lord Nabotis? I'm really curious how he's going to influence the numbers. Are more players going to use him, or is he specifically going to displace Kage and just the other monsters in general? We have Mouseron at 29, 24, 53. All right, our most popular Megaton monster. We have Shelly at 48, 34 on offense, 11 on defense. So it's interesting because Mouseron is pretty much split. That's almost a 50-50, maybe like 55-45, whereas Shelly is more attack oriented. Maybe because when the monster dies, you know, it resurrects thanks to Revival Relic, and then you as a player can do the 100% damage mirror and Megatons. We have Kage at 46, so really close to Shelly there. Obviously a top tier Megaton monster. Look at that, 41. So even though Spec is the most popular monster overall, definitely attack oriented, whereas Karukage is the most popular defense monster at 41 total usage. Now Kage, in my opinion, is going to have to go down because Lord Nabotis is significantly better. Lord Nabotis has 5 traits. Realistically though, Bulwark, Anticipation, Self-Status Caster Evasion. You can kind of ignore the Status Caster Nightmares, although you have a Team Immunity to Possession, which helps out, although at the same time this meta isn't really focused around Denial as previous metas have been. But in terms of skill set, you have a strong, massive attack. You don't have an ET skill, so that's one place where Kage does have an advantage. Kage has that weak skill, so if you run Kage with Dispelling Fist, you can remove Megaton and then follow up with an AoE or something. But again, you're relying on the AI to do this. So it's going to be interesting how it plays out. You have a spawnable skill with the Lord, you have a single corruption, so it'll be interesting. We have Crow Electric as a top. Is it 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? So he is in 5th place at 40 total usage, 21 on attack, 19 on defense. I mean, this is just a beast of a monster. He was an exclusive bounty hunt, the first exclusive bounty hunt monster. Different elemental attacks, artifact trait, phenomenal monster. And look, down here we have Ingwe at 39. Wow, this monster was just released during this season's bounty. Well, for the Corrupted Tournament 8 usage data. So that's very interesting to see at 39, 2019. Wow. Pretty much split 50-50. I actually feel, as much as I love Ingwe has like 2 extra turn skills, physical based attacks, also a very powerful monster. 2 AoEs if I'm not mistaken, even though one of them is structured as like a single target attack. Very powerful monster. I wonder who's going to win out between Crow Electric and Ingwe, the bounty hunt exclusives. Who's going to outlast? Intuition tells me that Artifact is probably going to outlast, so we'll see if I'm right or not. Blue Maria at 35. You know what? I think there's going to be a time when Blue Maria is going to override Karukage. So in terms of defensive plays, 31 to 41, so Kage has him beat by 10. But Blue Maria 35 total, 46. I think the advantage Blue Maria is going to have moving forward is the fact that you have 1, 2, 3 dark monsters in the top meta. Lord Nabotis is going to be there as well, so that's 4 top monsters. And you have the elemental advantage against them. So I think definitely Blue Maria is going to start increasing more and more. Not to mention your random hater. This could definitely help out. You also have an ET random hater, so you can potentially take on some of the stronger players. But then again, in the top 100, you're probably going to be maxed out 150, super mutants and stuff. So who knows if that even factors in. But yeah, I definitely see a time when Blue Mary has more usage than Kage. More usage than Lord Nabotis, probably not. but who knows? I could be wrong. We will see how the meta develops and changes. So, for anyone wondering, is Bloomeria worth investing in? I would personally say yes. Even though Lorna Bodas got released, I would say if you want to invest in Bloomeria, go for it. Because, you know, there comes a time when you don't just focus on PvP, you focus on Team Wars as well. If there's ever a Dark War and you have Mouseron, that's probably going to be your go-to monster, right? Or if you have like a 140 Kage, then you're going to use Kage. 130 Kage, you're going to use Kage. So it's a really good idea to diversify and have monsters for other situations, for other bugs. So specifically for any Light War, to have a Bloomeria. That way, because you're already good on the Dark category. So the answer is always different for every player, but just like as a general answer, Bloomeria is a monster you could invest Ludum in. It's a top, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a top 10 monster in 7th place. Definitely see her moving up, though. We have Mojack at 25, 19 on defense, 6 on offense. And look, Jakuna High, 23 total, 19 defense for offense. And I wouldn't be surprised if we have another Dodge Area monster. So look at that. Dodge Area is also, like, being pretty good, staying in there. Jakuna High really good at removing positive effects. Mojack just a great monster for that damage protection. So another Bounty Hunt too, so that's cool to see. The Bounty Hunt monsters are making their place in the game, and Bounty Hunt is a new event. Let's see, we have Hammer Grom at 21. You know what? I can't stress enough, and I say this in every video, I'm so sad that Ollie Fanatic doesn't have more usage. Ollie Fanatic, everyone, come on, he can stun. For offensive purposes, but I guess Shelly has the more utility. Plus, if you're facing Kage, Shelly can easily tank out a Kage, so can Mouseron. But yeah, we have Hammer Grom. I actually don't use him too much. I'm not even planning on investing on highly ranking him up. I mean, eventually I would love to have a 150 Megaton in different elements, and I think I like Hammer Grom more than Kenray, but I haven't invested in him. I think he has Bulwark, and I forget what other stuff he has, but maybe I should look into him again. He's pretty split down the middle. We have Crowdcrawler, 515. The good thing about Cryo is that he still has Taunt, even if you get rid of Megataunt. Great shield relics, and he can even do percentage damage, Mega Freeze, AoE freeze, so he's pretty good, but I do imagine a time when he's going to disappear. We have Master Rat at 9,716. We have the Dew. Man, there used to be a time when Panda was like top, and now we don't see Panda. The Dew's hanging out in there, 9,716. Chuckle Muckle, 13,2. There's going to be a time when Chuckle disappears. I definitely see that happening. Sorry, Chuckle. Let's go down. Oh, there's Ollie Fanatic, 6'8", so 14 total to 21. So you got a way to go, Ollie, if you want to increase. We have Elvira at 12 and 1, mostly for offensive purposes. So I do read the comments. Players have told me that's because the AI is just dumb, and the AI will recharge even if they have Pierce, even if they can cleanse. Sorry, like Elvira is like the dominant Warmaster now. Not even the last is top tier anymore. You know what I just noticed? Lindworm is nowhere to be found. Oh man, where's the top cosmics? Where's the Fampirostrals? Where's the Lindworms? Let's see, who is a cosmic? We have Shelly, of course. Scrolling down, we have Cryo, and we have Chuckle and Dew. Man, oh, there's Panda right there, 3'9". Lindworm, I was just talking about you. You are 6'3'9", so he's the churn transfer monster. We have Cat, free-to-play monster, 6'2". We have Frozzy. This one's interesting to me, mostly on defensive. 2'6". We have Bomb Beta hanging on in there at 3'4", total. Here's a Dodge Area monster, 3'3". Here's another Dodge Area monster, Lady Meow. There's Fampirostrals. She used to be in first place, guys. She used to be in first place in the Cosmic Era. There's Kenray, the other Megataunt Metal monster. There's Stock Killer at 1'3", total 4. We have Rotten. We have Burnix, the Anticipation monster that can deny, really fast denier. We have Neurofunk, a Team Race monster. Santirion, a Megataunt Artifact monster. Flamera. I like Flamera a lot. I don't think she gets enough love, but that's just because the meta isn't focused around denial. It's basically focused on, let me OTK you. We have Ferrata, another Anticipation monster that I think is really good, but doesn't get that much love. We have Wormhole, Trait Disable monster, Hardy Anticipation, Lord Platypus, we don't know Platypus. We have Bornot, Taunt, Ondana, Mudflow, Thunnex, and these are all filler monsters. Alright, we have Tabora, Leafland, Royal Maga, ZHC, Vish, Zorky, Rucha. Man, I just fought a Rucha. He deals a lot of damage. We have, oh look at that, Daedalus is dying out, Armorclaw, 1 on offense, Frack. Yeah, after this it doesn't really matter. I think the one that surprised me the most had to be this guy right here. Like, he just shot up after being released. It's insane. I have to wonder if it's because he just got released, and I wonder if he's going to be lower for the mid-season data, and yeah, and Crow Electric is just going to, like, I think players were maybe just testing him out, because he really was a powerful monster. He really, really was. So yeah, I'm pleasantly surprised how much he shot up. He was one person using him away from being in the top category, the heavies category. Mojack, this one also surprised me at 25. Seeing Jakuna at 23. And Lady Meow. I wonder why Lady Meow isn't, like, why is Enrika more than Lady Meow? Is it because there's too many Earth? Like, we have the Ollies, we have the Daedalus, we have the... Well, no, it's really just Ollie Fanatic, right? Where you have that elemental disadvantage. I don't know. That one, so this one surprises me too. What else? Kenray, I'm not too surprised at. I would be surprised if Kenray usage increases. Stock Killer, yeah, I wasn't expecting it to meta. Yeah, I think right now the anticipations are pretty much established with Kage and Bloomeria are top tier, and Lauren Bodis is probably going to displace Kage. That's my thoughts on this. I'm really curious to see if Ingwe or Crow Electric will win out, but my thought goes to Crow Electric. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. With that being said, guys, thank you very much, and remember to subscribe.